Hey everybody, welcome to Back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing. I'm Roger and happy to have y'all here with us today. So a lot of you have seen our recipe for the dirty spaghetti and the dirty cabbage and sausage. Well, after seeing those, I've had several of our viewers that have asked about a dirty breakfast recipe. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a dirty cheese grits, bacon, and fried eggs using our dirty seasoning. Now, I haven't made this before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's just something that we came up with, and hopefully it'll be good. So we're going to get to making it here in just a few minutes, and so y'all stick with us and we'll get her done.
Yeah. Porch boards sway in a slow rhythm. Got the screen door sighing a low hum. That old wood stove is cooking something good. Smell of bacon filling up the neighborhood.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we've got us 4 cups of liquid here. We've got 2 cups of water and 2 cups of chicken broth. And we're going to bring that to a boil. And we're going to also put us in 1 bay leaf to go in there with that. And so we're just going to stir that around until we get it to a good boil. And we're going to let it boil for a few minutes before we put our grits in, because we want that bay leaf to release all of its flavor. So we let our bay leaf boil and then simmer for about 5 minutes. We cut it off so it stopped boiling and let it just simmer for on low for about 5 minutes. Then we took the bay leaf out. So now we're going to put our grits in. We're going to use a cup of grits, and basically you can use any kind of grit that you want to use. I recommend the stone ground grits because they're just so much better. But I'll leave you the recipe in the description so you'll know exactly what to use and how much and how long and everything. So we're going to go ahead because we've got our water and our broth is boiling again. So we're going to go ahead and dump our grits in there. And now the thing about the grits is once you put them in there, you've got to stir them or they're going to lump up and they're going to stick together. And you're going to have lumpy grits, and just like gravy, nobody likes lumpy gravy or lumpy grits. All right, so now we're going to cut our heat back down to low, and we're going to just let these grits cook. And again, you got to stir them because if you don't, they're going to pop all over the place until they stop boiling. And so that's what we're going to do with those. We've cut the heat down, and now we're just going to let those grits cook. And you're going to cook them for basically, read your directions on your grit package, and you just cook them for as long as it says to let them cook. So our grits have been cooking, and this is the consistency that we want our grits to be. And they're a little thick, but we're going to put some butter and we're going to put cheese in there with them. And that's probably going to thin them out a little bit. But if it doesn't, we will take a little more water, or you can take a little more chicken broth and put in there with it and thin it out a little bit. But we're putting 2 tablespoons of butter in, and we're going to give that a good stir. Whoop, I left paper on there. I thought I got all the paper off. There we go. Now we got it all. Okay, so we're going to just put that butter in there and let that butter melt. Now we're not adding any kind of salt to this because that chicken broth and everything had a lot of salt in it. So we don't want to add any more to it. Now we're going to put in, this is a little bit more than a half a cup of cheese. We're going to just go ahead and add all of that in. And now we're just going to stir all this together and wait on it to melt out. We'll see if we need to add any more water or chicken broth or anything to it. All right, so our grits are good and the cheese is melted and they smell delicious. So now we're going to take our dirty seasoning that we prepared before we ever started, and we're going to start out with a teaspoon of it, and then we'll taste it because since I haven't ever done this before, I'm not really sure how much that we need to use. So we're going to just start out with a teaspoonful and we'll see how that goes. And then we want to just fold that in just like that and just mix it until you get everything incorporated. All right, so we got our dirty seasoning mixed in, and we're just going to let this sit here for a few minutes and so that those dried seasonings can kind of rehydrate and everything. And while we're doing that, we'll just go ahead and fry us an egg to go with it. All right, guys, so there's our bowl of dirty grits. We've got us a fried egg on top of it. We've got some bacon sprinkled around. And I did add another about a half of a teaspoon of the dirty seasoning to the grits. But again, start out with the 1 teaspoon and see what you think about it, and then add more to it if you think it needs it. This looks delicious to me, and I'm ready to give it a taste. All right, so it's time to give it a taste. I've got some grits, I've got some bacon, and I got some egg. And now, if there's other things y'all want to add to yours, feel free to. You could do green onions. Um, I don't know. I don't know what people put on grits. I just usually like butter and cheese with mine, but um, put on it whatever you like. All right, guys. So it's time to taste it. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, my, oh, my. Guys, the grits with the dirty seasoning in it is awesome. Putting that fried egg on top is great. You're tasting the grits, you're tasting the cheese, the bacon, the egg, the dirty seasoning, which that's the most important part. So I love it. This is going to be something I'm going to make probably many times from here on out. But it tastes great. As I said, I'll put you the directions and everything in the description. And I hope you guys will make this. And because it really is good. And those of you who've been wanting that dirty breakfast recipe, this is it. I've got another one, and we'll probably do it sometime later down the road. But it involves potatoes and our dirty seasoning and eggs. So that's something that you got to look forward to. But you need to try this. All right. So y'all make it for your family, share it with your friends. It's a great recipe. As I said, I've never made it before today, but I am impressed with it. So remember, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, click on that bell, leave us a comment, and we appreciate y'all being here with us and hope that this is an exciting recipe for you. And y'all need to make this one go viral. Our dirty spaghetti did, the dirty cabbage and sausage did really well. Make this one go viral. Get out there, share it with all your friends on YouTube, Facebook, wherever. Get them watching this video and let's make this one go viral. All right, guys. Again, appreciate you, each and every one, and we'll see you again here real soon.